As September fades into October, Europe begins its quiet transformation. The warmth of summer is replaced by crisp air and misty mornings. People reach for jackets and scarves, bracing for the chill. Trees explode in red, gold, and orange, their leaves crunching underfoot. Sunlight glows through thinning canopies, casting a golden hue. Harvest festivals and warm drinks bring people together as anticipation for change grows. But sometimes nature skips the slow transition. Overnight, the first snow can blanket the landscape, covering autumn's colors in white. The world is hushed, peaceful, and new, two seasons colliding in a magical moment. Children rush outside, eager to leave the first footprints in the snow. It's a powerful reminder of nature's surprises. With this sudden snowfall, autumn bows out and winter takes center stage. An early October snow is beautiful, transforming the world overnight into a sparkling white wonderland. The sight of snow-dusted trees and rooftops can feel magical, especially when it arrives before most people expect it. There's a certain hush that falls over the landscape, as if nature itself is pausing to admire the change. But beneath that beauty, daily life is thrown into chaos almost instantly. Roads that were clear just hours before become slick and treacherous, catching drivers off guard. Commutes that usually take minutes can stretch into hours as traffic crawls along, and accidents become more common. Public transport grinds to a halt, with trains delayed or canceled and buses struggling to navigate slippery streets. For many, getting to work or school becomes a major challenge, and schedules are thrown into disarray. Even simple errands, like walking to the corner shop, turn into careful, slow shuffles across icy pavements. Each step requires extra caution, and slips and falls are a real risk, especially for the elderly or those with mobility issues. Schools may close with little warning, leaving parents scrambling to balance work and childcare. For families, this can mean a sudden shift to working from home while keeping kids entertained and safe indoors. Shops see essentials like bread, milk, and batteries vanish from shelves as people rush to stock up, worried about being snowed in. Panic buying can leave some without what they need, and store deliveries are often delayed. Small businesses, especially those that rely on foot traffic, see a sharp drop in customers. Many are forced to close early or stay shut for days, losing valuable income during what should be a busy season. For farmers, early snow can be devastating. Crops that haven't been harvested yet may be ruined by a sudden freeze or heavy snow, leading to real financial losses and months of hard work undone in a single night. This loss doesn't just affect farmers, it ripples through the food supply, making fresh produce scarcer and driving up prices at local markets and grocery stores. Everyone feels the impact, from rural communities to city dwellers. Heavy, wet snow puts a huge strain on infrastructure. Tree branches snap under the weight, sometimes falling onto roads or power lines. Power outages become common, leaving neighborhoods in the dark and cold. Salt and grit supplies dwindle quickly as crews work around the clock to clear roads and keep people safe. Plow drivers and emergency workers face long hours and tough conditions, often before the city is fully prepared for winter. An early snowstorm is a true test of a city's readiness, exposing weak points in planning and response before the official winter season even begins. The ripple effects touch everyone, from families huddled indoors to neighbors helping each other shovel driveways or check on the vulnerable. Communities often come together, but the strain is real. Winter's early arrival is a challenge for all, reminding us how quickly nature can upend our routines and how important it is to be prepared for the unexpected. Early October snow is most common in northern and high-altitude parts of Europe. Scandinavia, Norway, Sweden, Finland, often sees snow before October ends, especially in Lapland. The Alps, stretching across several countries, can get significant October snow, delighting early ski enthusiasts. The Carpathians and Pyrenees also see early flurries. In Eastern Europe, cold Arctic air can bring surprise snow to Germany, Poland, and the Baltic states. Weather here is unpredictable. A sunny week can end in a snowstorm. Even the UK isn't immune. Higher ground in Scotland and northern England can see October snow. It takes just the right conditions, but when it happens, it's always a surprise. These early snows remind us that winter can arrive at any time. The calendar is no match for nature's timing. Early October snow needs a perfect blend of weather ingredients. It's not just a matter of cold temperatures. Nature has to follow a very specific recipe for this rare event to unfold. Imagine waking up to a world transformed, where autumn's golden leaves are suddenly blanketed in white, and the air feels crisp and electric. But how does this magical change actually happen? First, you need a deep column of cold air stretching all the way from the ground up to the clouds. If there's even a thin layer of warmth in between, snowflakes will melt before they reach the earth, turning to rain or sleet. Only when the entire atmosphere is cold enough can snow survive its journey to the ground, creating that classic early winter scene. Second, moisture is essential. This often comes from Arctic air sweeping over the North Sea, the Baltic, or even the Atlantic Ocean, picking up water vapor as it travels. The more moisture the air collects, the heavier and more dramatic the snowfall can be. Without this ingredient, even the coldest air will leave the landscape dry and bare. Third, you need a lifting mechanism, something to force the moist cold air upward. This can be a weather front moving across the land, or the rugged slopes of mountains pushing the air higher. As the air rises, it cools even further, causing the moisture to condense and fall as snow. The Alps are a perfect example. When cold, moist air is pushed up and over their towering peaks, the mountains act like a giant sponge, squeezing out the moisture and creating heavy snowfall on their windward sides. This is why early winter snow is often seen first in these high-altitude regions. The jet stream is the final key ingredient. When it dips southward, it acts like a conveyor belt, channeling frigid Arctic air deep into Europe. This powerful river of wind in the upper atmosphere can set the stage for an early winter by steering cold air masses and storm systems right where they're needed. When all these elements come together, cold air, moisture, lift, and the jet stream, autumn landscapes can transform almost overnight. Trees that were glowing with color just hours before are suddenly frosted in white, and the world feels quieter, softer, and somehow more magical. The result is a sudden dramatic shift from gold to white, a breathtaking change that feels both surprising and inevitable. It's a moment when two seasons collide, and the beauty of both is on full display. These early winter events are rare, but when they do happen, they're truly unforgettable. People rush outside to marvel at the snow, children play in the fresh powder, and towns take on a storybook charm that lingers in memory long after the snow has melted. The science behind these events is as fascinating as the spectacle itself. Meteorologists study every detail from temperature profiles to wind patterns, trying to predict when and where the next early winter might strike. It's a puzzle that challenges even the experts. Nature's recipe for early winter is both precise and unpredictable. A delicate balance of forces that, when just right, creates a scene of wonder and awe. And every time it happens, it reminds us of the power and beauty of our planet's ever-changing weather. Predicting early snow is a blend of technology and expertise. Meteorologists use advanced computer models fed by data from satellites, weather stations, and aircraft. They compare multiple models to gauge confidence in a forecast. Real-time satellite and radar images track developing storms. Local knowledge is crucial. Seasoned forecasters know how terrain and past patterns affect outcomes. The human touch refines what computers predict. Clear communication is vital. Weather maps, warnings, and simple advice help people prepare. The goal is safety, giving everyone time to adjust plans and stock up. Good forecasting turns uncertainty into actionable information. It's about keeping communities ready for whatever winter brings. Europe's history is dotted with memorable October snowstorms, each one leaving a unique mark on the continent's collective memory. While snow is expected in the depths of winter, these early storms have always caught people off guard, transforming familiar autumn landscapes into scenes of winter wonder overnight. In 2012, a blast of Arctic air brought heavy snow to the UK, France, and Germany, causing travel chaos and power outages. Roads became impassable, and public transport ground to a halt as commuters struggled to adapt to the sudden change. For many, it was a stark reminder that nature can upend even the best-laid plans. In 2018, southern and central Europe, especially Italy and Austria, were hit by record October snow, isolating villages and downing power lines. Entire communities found themselves cut off, relying on neighbors and local authorities for help. The early snow tested emergency services and highlighted the vulnerability of rural areas. The 1990s saw several surprise storms in Central Europe, often with little warning and widespread disruption. Without today's advanced forecasting, people were often caught unprepared, leading to school closures, delayed trains, and a scramble for winter supplies. Before instant forecasts, people woke to transformed landscapes and scrambled to adapt. Children delighted in the unexpected snow days, while adults hurried to clear paths and check on neighbors. The sense of community often grew stronger in the face of shared challenges. These events highlight the need for readiness, no matter the month. City workers and residents alike learned to keep winter gear close at hand, and local governments began to rethink their emergency plans for autumn. Each storm is a lesson for meteorologists, improving future forecasts. By studying these unusual events, scientists gain valuable insights into shifting weather patterns and the impact of climate change on Europe's seasons. For everyone else, they're reminders to never underestimate the weather. Even in October, a sudden snowstorm can disrupt routines, challenge expectations, and create lasting memories. Early snow can disrupt transport, power, and daily life in a flash. The ripple effects are felt by businesses, schools, and families, all forced to adapt quickly to the unexpected. Studying the past helps us prepare for the next surprise. Historians and teachers use these stories to remind new generations that weather can be unpredictable, and that preparation is always wise. History shows, winter's power is real, and preparation is key. Whether it's stocking up on supplies or checking weather alerts, being ready can make all the difference. The unexpected is always possible, and Europe's October snowfalls are a vivid reminder to respect the forces of nature, no matter the season. When snow falls early, safe travel starts with preparation. Check your tires for good tread and proper pressure. Ensure wipers work and washer fluid is winter ready. Clear all snow and ice from your car before driving. On the road, slow down. Braking and turning take longer on snow and ice. Double your following distance and avoid sudden movements. Watch for black ice, especially on bridges and shaded spots. If you skid, steer gently in the direction you want to go. Don't slam the brakes. Keep an emergency kit blanket, snacks, water, torch, charger, shovel, and scraper. If stranded, stay with your vehicle for shelter. Run the engine occasionally for warmth, but keep the exhaust clear of snow. Preparation and caution can make all the difference. Stay alert, stay safe, and respect winter's hazards. Preparing your home for early snow is just as important as prepping your car. Disconnect and drain outdoor hoses. Insulate pipes in unheated spaces. Service your heating system and seal gaps around windows and doors. Keep an emergency kit: food, water, torches, batteries, radio, first aid, blankets, and warm clothes. Charge devices and have a power bank ready. If someone relies on medical equipment, have a backup power plan. Use heaters and fireplaces safely. Keep flammables away and never leave them unattended. Ensure proper ventilation and install carbon monoxide detectors. A little preparation prevents stress and danger during outages. A safe, warm home is your best defense against winter's surprises. When early snow hits, community makes all the difference. Check on vulnerable neighbors, the elderly, disabled, or families with young children. Offer help, clear paths, pick up groceries, or share a friendly chat. Organize neighborhood groups to share resources and coordinate help. Pooling efforts ensures everyone gets the support they need. Early snow reminds us we're stronger together. Winter's challenges bring out kindness and connection. Facing the season as a community turns adversity into resilience.